Hey, what's up guys? I know you can't really see me, but I'm working on some drawings. I just wanted to kind of show what I do when I do it. Got another submission coming up here at midnight, so putting the finishing touches on this drawing, which I don't know if it's called a projective or I think it's a projective one. Projective and prospective. So we'll see. Got my good old Superman saving the day. It's pretty crazy. We've got a floor plan here, and then it's angled at a 30-degree angle, which I used my 30, 60, 90 triangle, and I just laid it out so I can figure out the 30-degree angle. Then I have the front view of the plan right here. I know you can barely see that, but basically what I have to do is construct a building at an angle in this area of the page, and basically all of the lines are drawn from the plan to this 2-point perspective and all the way from the elevation, and the elevation is what tells me how high to make the lines, and it's really crazy. It's really crazy and a really fun way to draw. Got my heater going a little bit because it's a little bit cold, and I woke up a little bit later because I was very tired. I stayed up till about noon yesterday. Okay, so let's get cracking. So pretty much this little flat line here is where the picture plane starts, which means kind of like the picture that's going to frame in this new drawing that I'm going to do. And I gotta follow all of the walls or all of the different points along this floor plan, and wherever they intersect this picture plane line is where I gotta draw vertical lines down. And that's going to tell me the straight line of this 2-point perspective. If you guys know 2-point perspective, then you'll be able to follow me just fine. If not, sorry, I'm kind of geeking out right now, but it's pretty interesting way to draw, for sure. And it used to be that a 1-point perspective was my favorite kind of perspective drawing to do, and now actually the 2-point or 3-point perspective is my favorite to draw. It's kind of interesting. There's like so many different lines that you will eventually construct, and you're just like, okay, whoa. It's pretty interesting. And I was recently learning about a method called selective transparency. And selective transparency is about choosing which parts of a building to actually well, basically it's like drawing your building completely transparent, but then you choose which lines to be darker than the other ones to highlight a specific feature of the building. And so in this particular case, I don't know what I'm going to highlight. I don't know if it's going to be this lower detailing here. I don't know yet. Maybe it might be the siding. We'll have to see when I get to it. Let's see, let's see here. That it's going to be like the back of it. Yeah. Because it goes straight back there. pretty crazy. I'm actually making kind of a downward angle on the building. I got just about an hour to get the rest of this finished. Really shouldn't be all that difficult because the majority of the building I pretty much already have. Let's see, there's the flat line there. Follow this point from the edge of the building. This is the lowest edge. From there it goes all the way. It intersects here, which means a straight line down is going to be the very edge of this building. And then from here it's going to be an even smaller edge. And so because this part of the building is so far away from the camera, it's going to be a very small space. And this part is a lot larger because it's a lot closer. I think I'm doing it the right way, but we will see. Luckily my professor grades pretty, she grades pretty quickly. So you'll usually know within a day or two whether or not you got, you know, an A, B, C, or worse. So I'm following that edge there all the way down. That's going to give me the absolute edge of the building. So draw my straight line, put a little dot. Okay, so now we know that this point is the absolute tallest point of the building. Falls all the way down there. And then I have this lower part of the building on this elevation, this front view, as if you're standing right in front of it. And this lower part is going to tell me where this line should intersect to make the lowest point of the building. So I'm going to take my ruler and follow that lowest edge. Just draw it kind of lightly for now. So this represents the lowest edge. Alright. Which is kind of weird because now I'm a bit confused. However, we know that this particular line comes to the picture plane, that goes down to the horizon line, that goes all the way down. Okay. And then this is the highest point, this is the lowest point. Wow, it's very low. Alright, let me just go ahead and continue this line. So now we've got the very edge of the building. Now we've got the second portion of the building, which right now everything is going to follow the same roof line, as if the tallest part of the building will be the whole thing, but it won't, because we're going to use our selective line weights to actually make the building as high as we need it to be. And this little small part here represents the smaller glass. And then we've got some of these details here to which I can draw lines across, but first we're going to block in the main building. So if this represents that edge, there's going to be, this is like, wow. So this top point is the very edge of the building. It's So we're going to draw from here back to the vanishing point, which is going to give us kind of a little boxed in area. And so really the building just fits in this little tiny space right here. This whole little tiny space is where the building is. So now what I gotta do is take this other edge that goes to here. I'm gonna make a dot where I know where to draw my vertical lines from, and it might be easier for other people to follow it as they're looking at the drawing. Okay, so we're gonna go boom, boom, and then straight down. That's gonna make the smallest part of the building, and we got this like negative little kind of like cavity in there. So again, this point follows there, straight line from there. Actually, because that's the older line, I gotta erase that one. So you want to have a clean drawing and draw your lines light. This is just like a really rough drawing. It's probably gonna get like a C+ for my accuracy, and maybe a C if she doesn't like the sloppiness of it. It's still a very good proportion, but she said she was just more focused on us understanding what we're supposed to be doing here. So this one, that small edge to that line connects here. Alright. So from here, straight line to the horizon. I heard recently today that one of our friends in Portland is going to be giving us one of their dogs, or their dog, for medical reasons. And as much as I love the dog that I used to actually train and spend time with when I was in Portland, it's a very sad situation that she would even need to come live with us because of medical situations. So, you know, I'm just keeping my mind and my heart open to that family. And as much as it would be awesome to have a dog, you know, nobody wants to. There's just certain things in life that there's no value to replace, you know, our loved ones. Just on kind of a personal note. But on a happier note, I'm really liking this drawing so far. I've finally figured out, you know, the basic dimensions of the building. I have a better idea of how to actually use the plan and the elevation to construct a single 2-point of the same scale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and say see you guys later. I'm going to finish up this drawing here. We're going to get it photographed and submitted. Hope you guys are doing great. Phil Bailey, Architect Major at Academy Art University, and I'll see you guys next time.